Hi, so today I'm going to be reviewing the book called High-Tech Heretic, Why Computers Don't Belong in the Classroom and Other Reflections by a Computer Contrarian by Clifford Stoll and presented by me, Melanie Seymour. So, about Clifford Stoll. He is an American astronomer, author, and a teacher. He investigated a hacker who stole passwords, pirated accounts, and attempted to breach U.S. military security. He also raised questions about the influence of the internet on future society and whether it would be beneficial. So, the context of the book. Unlike most high-tech insiders, Stoll isn't sure that society's problems will disappear if people spend more time in front of their computers, surfing the web, or chatting online. Stoll is not happy about the major educational trend of the last decade, the rapid computerization of the classroom. The theme is that Stoll believes that books will always be the best thing to use in the classroom. It is old-fashioned, but will always work. The book answers the question, should schools have computers in the classroom? Mr. Stoll gives a clear no, with examples where computers and/or the internet have been misused. He believes that a good school needs no computers and a bad school won't be much improved by even the fastest internet links. He says, a computer can't replace a good teacher or bad teachers. Good teachers ought to replace bad teachers. He sets up a straw man argument that advocates of school networking that want computer literacy, only to show his annoyance until he comes down to his point. A straw man argument is an intentionally misrepresented proposition that is set up because it is easier to defeat than an opponent's real argument. So, the summary of the content. Stoll states in the opening sentence of the book that we have a relentless invocation of the cliché computer literacy. His definition of computer literacy is teaching kids how to keystroke, word process, manipulate a spreadsheet, know what a database does, be able to use email, and browse the World Wide Web. He asserts that advocates of the computerized classroom have confused data with wisdom being the ability to filter data and place it into a larger perspective. This is exactly what the internet cannot do, says Stoll. In the computerized classroom, solving a problem means clicking on the right icon, allowing zero time to reflect. So he is saying students slowly click on the answer and move on to the next without reflection on what they have chosen. Thus, students focus on the shallowness of data, supplemented by multimedia graphics, while failing to consider the real-world context in which problems arise. Summary continued. Stoll says that computers and calculators also create unhealthy dependencies that lead to students' laziness and emotional detachment. In addition, computer learning helps social skills. Wonderful as they may be, virtual communities can't replace human interaction. The internet gives us the illusion of making friends with faraway strangers while taking our attention away from our friends, family, and neighbors. So the analysis. Stoll is claiming that computers in a classroom is made for students to learn computer skills. The goal in having computers in a classroom is to find ways to improve student learning. Computers are a tool, so they should be seen as neither good nor bad. Stoll does show the overhyped kids feel when they are presented with a high-speed connection to the internet, and that shows that kids only like computers for the entertainment. However, I do agree with the question Stoll does bring in the book. Why are we worried about digital literacy when our kids are barely literate at all? We should first worry about students reading and writing on a piece of paper rather than them learning how to work a computer. The internet doesn't necessarily empower, he notes, and enfeebles. The internet does seem to weaken those who let it control them. Like I said before, some kids get more excited about high-speed internet than their education. Shouldn't we be more concerned with ensuring that they can construct an essay and do basic mathematics? However, I do find it ironic that he complained about poor writing skills of school children but consistently used incomplete sentences throughout the book. But I do understand that it was a stylistic choice. In conclusion, instead of saying that computers are good or bad, we should see computers as a tool that could help improve student achievement and prepare them for the 21st century workforce. I do agree that there is still a lot we do not know about the best ways to use these tools for learning, but that shouldn't mean they do not belong in the classroom. Technology is always improving and it will always be accessible. There is no point to ignore it and instead find ways to use it to our advantage to teach. The last half of Stoll's book has really nothing to do with computers in a classroom. However, I did agree with his criticism about bad software, unresponsive help desks, and computers that are planned for boring presentation software. I personally feel as if he was trying to impersonate an expert of K through 12 educational technology. And those were my main points of this book that I have read. Thank you.